Tech Effect, presented by EMC, enabling the transformation of IT and business.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. We're about 44 minutes into trading here in Seoul, and shares are holding on to solid gains. Right now, the Kospi has added more, up by more than 2%, with all sectors in the green. And gains are led by automakers and shipbuilders. They are riding on news that progress is being made over in Europe to tackle the debt crisis amid high expectations of a pickup in the global demand. In the auto sector, Hyundai Motor is extending gains, up by 3.7%, and Hyundai Mobis is up by more than 4% right now. Shipbuilders are logging big gains as well, as they're very sensitive to the European situation, with most of their overseas orders coming from the region. Hyundai Heavy Industries in particular is adding more, up by more than 4%. 3% actually right now. The stock is also riding on a local report that it is writing off a $700 million project to build the world's largest solar power plant in Arizona, U.S. This, as the ongoing slump in global economy is dealing a huge blow to the renewable energy sector. Added to that, we're seeing a steep drop in photovoltaic module and polysilicon prices, and this is dimming overall prospects for the solar industry, which Hyundai Heavy has sought to nurture as its new growth engine. The traders are interpreting the move as a wise decision. Now to Tokyo and Kaori.
Thanks a lot, Kehoe. Currency strategists I speak to this morning say they see little chance of intervention for Japanese authorities so long as the equity market is buoyant. And that's exactly what's happening today for Tokyo equities. The Nikkei 225 is up 1 1/3%, 117 points at 8796. Dollar yen is trading at 76.32 after hitting record lows in Friday's trading session, post-war lows, prompting the finance minister to say he has warned his officials at the finance ministry to intervene if the dollar yen continues to slip further. Olympus shares now down 6%, 1158. Investors still nervous that this probe that the company has now launched into M&A deals and fees that they paid on that could result possibly in the confirmation for the ex-CEO, Mr. Woodford, who was ousted for making suggestions that these payments were not in line with corporate governance. Those shares are down close to 6% now. Similar drop on Friday as well. We're heading into earnings season. Hitachi Zosen, a major shipping company, has cut its outlook for the first half. The stock is tumbling on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Big names will be reporting later on this week and over the next coming weeks. Manufacturing businesses in focus in light of the production halts we're seeing across the board in Thailand. Wait for those announcements as they filter out throughout the rest of the week. Karen, back to you.
Thanks very much, Carrie. Well, shifting our focus now to techs. Recent high-profile security breaches have exposed the dark side of cloud computing. But is the situation as dire as the headlines suggest? Well, CBC's John Fort takes a look.
March 2011. Epsilon, the biggest email marketing company, is hit by hackers. The target? The cloud. Millions of customer email addresses from big-name companies like Best Buy, JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, and Walgreens are taken in the attack. April 2011, Amazon, the online retailer that also helped define cloud computing, suffers its own painful outage. Popular services like Quora, Reddit, and Foursquare get taken down. It turns out hackers aren't to blame this time, but the security and reliability record of the cloud gets hurt again. Amylin Pharmaceuticals in Southern California makes diabetes drugs. The company stores a lot of data in the cloud. Cutting expenses is one major reason.
We're about 50% cheaper, or about 50% less on the spend for IT than we were back in 2008.
Tremendous savings. But security and privacy means some information isn't moving to the cloud anytime soon. It's staying on Amylin's own servers.
The R&D data is still inside, and probably the other big one is our ERP and manufacturing information.
Companies have to develop their own tight security procedures to ensure the integrity of their data in the absence of global cloud standards or regulations. McAfee, a Silicon Valley security firm owned by Intel, has a major stake in guarding the cloud. It works with many providers and enterprises to plug holes where hackers can compromise sensitive data. What advice does it have for cloud providers?
One is to be certified annually that they're following certain controls and processes around security. And the other is to do a daily validation of their technology to ensure that their technology is what we'd say vulnerability free.
Proofpoint, another Silicon Valley security firm, has this checklist for cloud subscribers.
1, look at the certifications they have. 2, look at the other customers these cloud vendors have and the kinds of data that other customers have entrusted to this vendor. 3, talk to references. And then the 4th is, will they let you do your own audit?
Cloud providers say the security situation isn't as dire as it might seem from the headlines. Individual companies get breached by hackers every day, but the news just doesn't get out the way it does when a major cloud provider goes down. Still, security is the major factor holding back mass adoption of the cloud, so the big companies are pitching cloud options that give customers more control. Private clouds keep one company's data isolated from all the others, and hybrid clouds offer a mix of low price and higher security. Will it be enough to spur mass adoption of the cloud? Look at IBM. It says its cloud revenue so far this year is already twice as big as last year's total for cloud-related sales. For CNBC Asia, I'm John Ford.
We're going to go for a break, but we will be right back with your morning call. Stay tuned.
Tech Effect, presented by EMC, enabling the transformation of IT and business.
Singapore Exchange is one of the leading exchanges in the Asia-Pacific region, and we're ranked 7th in the world in terms of market capitalization. From an innovation perspective, I believe we're very well regarded in the exchange industry. But to remain competitive, we simply can't stand still, and therefore we've got to continue to innovate to stay ahead of the pack. Keeping up with regulatory requirements, reducing the latency in our trading engines, and migrating our mainframe application to an open system are just some of the challenges that we have coming up in the next 12 months. EMC has been able to support SGX, meeting our demanding performance and reliability requirements in terms of storage, backup, recovery, and security. EMC's vision of technology, compelling innovation, and strong customer focus has contributed to the success of our REACH program, which includes an ultra-low latency trading engine and a new storage infrastructure. To be competitive, you need good innovation and partners that share and understand your vision. EMC is a key partner to SGX and has helped us on our journey of IT transformation.
EMC, enabling the transformation of IT and business.